Cargo ship dominates Yokohama docks. A figure explodes from a container, his face a mirror image of Pushpa Raj, inciting shock and terror among the workers. The Pushpa look-alike unleashes a furious assault, a whirlwind of raw aggression that leaves onlookers stunned. Gunshots tear through the night, their sharp cracks punctuating the chaos as the Pushpa look-alike falters. He plummets into the dark abyss of the water, the echoing splash a dramatic punctuation to his fall. The harbor is silent, save the echoes of the splash, the high stakes and relentless conflict now starkly clear. Pushpa's dark climb. Fierce fights. Each frame reveals the smuggler's iron will, as Pushpa navigates perilous deals and fiery showdowns. His expression, a testament to his unwavering resolve, dominates the screen, hinting at the trials ahead. The narrator's voice booms. Welcome to Pushpa 2, the truly epic saga of Pushpa Raj, a smuggler rising to power, now facing his deadliest challenge yet. The saga intensifies as Pushpa Raj confronts his most formidable adversaries, his journey reaching a pivotal moment. The epic tale unfolds, promising a gripping narrative of power, peril, and the ultimate test of Pushpa's reign. Dust devils swirl across the parched landscape of Andhra Pradesh, setting the stage for a tense standoff. Pushpa stands firm, his gaze burning with defiance. SP Banwar Singh Shekhawat simmers, his humiliation palpable. Pushpa raises a hand, silencing his smuggling syndicate with effortless authority. Crimson-red sandalwood surrounds them, a silent testament to Pushpa's growing empire. The scene is thick with unspoken threats and simmering power, setting the stage for an explosive confrontation. Sunlight fills the wood-paneled conference room, where Pushpa Raj, in tailored clothes, faces Chief Minister Narasimha Reddy. The narrator's voice echoes. After outsmarting Shekhawat, Pushpa rises as a feared yet respected smuggler. The narrator continues. But his ambition grows as he meets Andhra Pradesh's Chief Minister Narasimha Reddy. Pushpa, with newfound determination, vows to install Siddhappa as the new leader. Pushpa declares his ambitious plan, with 500 crores from his trade. An unspoken power and ambition crackles between Pushpa Raj and Narasimha Reddy, promising a seismic shift in leadership. Under the blazing sun, a Maldives beach unfolds, where turquoise waters meet the shore in gentle whispers. On this idyllic stage, Pushpa, radiant in a white suit, stands poised to finalize a pivotal deal with Hamid. With the sun glinting off their expensive watches, Pushpa and Hamid meet, their handshake sealing a pact amidst the luxurious backdrop. The setting itself, a testament to wealth and influence, underscores Pushpa's formidable international presence. The deal is sealed, the handshake completed. Their watches sparkle in the sunlight. Bullock carts, heavily laden, navigate the bustling Chennai roads, concealing their precious cargo. Unbeknownst to the unaware passers-by, these carts smuggle real sandalwood, a treasure hidden in plain sight. Shekhawat, his face a storm of fury, leads a raid, driven by the false belief of uncovering fake sandalwood. His eyes burn with intensity, his rage a palpable force as he closes in on the carts. This raid marks another round in the high-stakes cat-and-mouse game between Pushpa and Shekhawat. The air crackles with anticipation as the two adversaries engage in their relentless pursuit. In the sterile confines of the recording studio, a microphone stands alone, awaiting its purpose. The narrator's voice echoes, revealing Pushpa's triumph in the Maldives. Pushpa seals a Kai 50 crore deal with international buyer Hamid in the Maldives, outwitting Shekhawat's raid with decoy sandalwood. A shadow of treachery looms as the narrator reveals the syndicate's dark plot. But treachery brews as syndicate members plot against him. The Jathara festival bursts with life As Pushpa stands amidst the revelry, his face alight with happiness. In a tender moment, Pushpa gently places his hand on Shrivali's stomach, a protective gesture filled with love. A rare vulnerability shines in Pushpa's eyes as he acknowledges the miracle of life growing within Shrivali. Pushpa celebrates his wife's pregnancy, the joy of impending fatherhood radiating from him. The chaotic energy of the Jathara festival fades into the background as Pushpa focuses on the precious life he and Shrivali have created. Bathed in the warm glow of the festival lights, Pushpa's happiness is complete as he embraces the future with Shrivali and their child. The night air, once filled with laughter, now crackles with Pushpa's uncontrollable fury. The joyous atmosphere of the celebration shatters as Pushpa witnesses the brutal assault on Kaveri. Festive lights mock the sudden shift to intense rage as Pushpa's eyes burn with a thirst for revenge. In the darkness, Pushpa's resolve hardens, his expression now a mask of cold determination. Under the cloak of night, the scene erupts with sudden violence as harsh lights slice through the darkness, revealing Pushpa's burning fury. Pushpa turns, his face contorted in rage, ready to unleash his fury. A furious dance of fists and fury begins, showcasing Pushpa's raw power as he moves, determined to protect what is his. Pushpa moves swiftly, his actions a mix of calculated defense and aggressive offense. Pushpa stands, the victor, a figure of indomitable will amidst the fallen. The lively hues of the Jathara festival gradually darken as a sense of foreboding descends. The narrator's voice echoes with a grim foreshadowing. Joy turns to tragedy when Kaveri is attacked during the Jathara festival. The narrator continues. Pushpa's vengeance ignites, but Shekhawat tracks the consignment to Ramswaram, only to lose it at the Sri Lankan border. The narrator's somber tone underscores the relentless cycle of violence and the ongoing conflict with Shekhawat. A lingering shadow blankets the festive grounds, hinting at the darkness to come. From the inky depths, Pushpa rises, reborn from the sea's embrace. He confronts Hiroshi, the air thick with unspoken threats and simmering animosity. Narration sets the stage. This scene demonstrates Pushpa's resilience and expanding international influence. Hiroshi watches Pushpa, his eyes narrowed, contemplating the challenge before him. The Yokohama night holds its breath, anticipating the clash between these titans. The wedding venue glows under strings of lights, alive with celebration. Music fills the night as Kaveri's wedding bursts into full swing. Joyous faces shine, reflecting the warmth of love and the promise of a bright future. Laughter and music intertwine, creating an atmosphere of pure bliss. Kaveri's wedding stands as a beacon of hope and happiness, its radiance illuminating the night. Kaveri's wedding turns to chaos as an explosion shatters the night, sending shockwaves through the celebration. Guests scatter in terror as debris rains down, the joyous occasion transformed into a scene of panic. Pushpa, driven by primal instinct, leaps into action, a fortress of protection for his family against the unforeseen disaster. Amid the pandemonium, Pushpa shields his family, a beacon of courage against the destructive forces. The wedding venue lies in ruins, the echoes of laughter replaced by the harrowing cries of those caught in the wake of devastation. In Japan, Pushpa's influence quietly reshapes the political landscape, his wealth paving the way for Siddhapa's ascent to chief minister. In Japan, Pushpa proves his dominance, using the funds to make Siddhapa chief minister, the narrator proclaims, as the scene transitions to the vibrant celebration of Kaveri's wedding. The narrator continues. But at Kaveri's wedding, a mysterious bomb shatters the peace, leaving his future uncertain. Suddenly, a violent explosion rips through Kaveri's wedding, turning the joyous celebration into chaos and uncertainty. Shock. Disbelief. Pushpa's ruined wedding. The warehouse is consumed by flames. the night sky ablaze with orange. The warehouse groans under the relentless fire. Inside, Shekhawat is trapped amidst the inferno. Intense heat and smoke suggest Shekhawat perishes. The fire rages, obscuring all within its fiery embrace. Shekhawat's ultimate fate hangs in the balance, shrouded in mystery. Under the cloak of night, enemies gather at Bugga's funeral. Their presence, a storm of simmering hatred. Their eyes blaze with vengeful fire, foretelling the tightening web of danger around Pushpa. Sworn oaths of revenge echo in the night, amplifying the palpable sense of impending doom. The air crackles with unspoken threats, each glare a silent promise of retribution. In the heart of morning, the seeds of a brutal conflict are sown, threatening to engulf Pushpa in a maelstrom of vengeance. Under the dim moonlight, solemn faces gather, their grief etched against the night. A shadowy figure lurks at the cemetery's edge, shrouded in darkness. The figure watches, unseen, their presence a silent omen. Hidden enemies stir in the shadows, their conspiracy veiled by the night. The mourners remain unaware of the danger lurking just beyond their circle of grief. A desolate landscape unfolds, shadows stretching as the sun descends, painting the sky with fire. Against this fiery backdrop, Pushpa emerges, a solitary figure silhouetted against the fading light, embodying the encroaching darkness. The narrator's voice echoes the impending doom. As alliances crumble and enemies multiply, Pushpa 2. The rule ends on a cliffhanger. The air thickens with foreboding as Pushpa remains steadfast, a lone sentinel against the gathering storm. Sunlight bathes the sterile hospital room as Pushpa lies still, swathed in bandages, his life hanging in the balance. Sravali sits beside the bed, her face a mask of worry as she asks softly, "How are you feeling, Pushpa?" Pushpa responds weakly, "Like I have been run over by a truck. But I am alive, aren't I?" Sravali's voice cracks with emotion as she pleads, "At what cost, Pushpa? What future is there if you are not here?" Siddhapa stands tall at the podium, his voice amplified across the roaring crowd. He gestures grandly, relishing the crowd's adoration as their cheers wash over him. Though Siddhapa is the voice, an unspoken truth hangs heavy in the air. Pushpa's influence is the bedrock of his power. Pushpa stands slightly behind the stage, observing Siddhapa's performance with a calculating gaze. The crowd roars its approval, their faces a sea of unwavering support for Siddhapa and, by extension, Pushpa. A subtle nod passes between Pushpa and Siddhapa, sealing their silent pact of power and ambition. In the dimly lit room, heavy curtains block out the world as Pushpa, a man of unwavering resolve, presides over the mahogany table. Shadows dance across the faces of his lieutenants, each etched with grim determination, their focus absolute. The weight of unspoken tension fills the air, binding them together in a shared purpose. Pushpa's commanding presence dominates, his steely gaze promising decisive action. Each man leans in, hanging on every word, the fate of their ambitions hanging in the balance. The room holds its breath, anticipating the strategy that will either elevate them or seal their doom. Deep within the forest, the air crackles with anticipation as Pushpa's men embark on a perilous interception. Each step through the dense forest is fraught with danger, the stakes climbing higher with every rustle of leaves. The forest becomes a labyrinth of shadows and secrets, where every shadow could conceal friend or foe. Tension mounts as Pushpa's men close in, their determination hardening with each stride. The forest holds its breath, anticipating the clash between rival forces in this high-stakes game. The moment of truth arrives, poised on the edge of confrontation, ready to unleash the fury of ambition. The oppressive atmosphere of the police station weighs heavily as a corrupt police officer prepares to speak. His eyes darting conspiratorially, he leans in, his voice a hushed murmur, as if sharing a dark secret. With a subtle gesture, he indicates the bustling precinct around them. A smug look spreads across his face, revealing his arrogance. Finally, his gaze settles on Pushpa, a calculated look in his eyes. Pushpa stands silhouetted against the ancient temple, sunlight illuminating his determined face. He closes his eyes, a whirlwind of past actions replaying in his mind. The temple looms behind him, a silent witness to his inner turmoil. The weight of past choices settles upon his shoulders, a heavy burden. He contemplates the uncertain future amidst the chaos that surrounds him.